Alexa, lamp off. You're darn useless. And here I thought you in good sense were back on speaking. Now, I'm afraid you're in good sense to speak entirely different languages. Shall I interpret for you, her forehead? Lamoire clearly stated she heard window had the scene. Are you sure? Think about it. Isn't there another small window at the scene? Yes? Ah, I know that look. He wants us to ask him. Very well, you claim Lamoire heard the voice from another location. Mr. Justice, show us where this location was. Lamoire heard the voice from here. Event. This is where Lamoire heard that voice from. But that's no small window. That's the air vent. What did she tell us? She said she's a Borginian, unfamiliar with our language. It's not a stretch to imagine she called this air vent a small window. Now you've done it. You've gone beyond ridiculous and into ludicrous. So Lamoire was up in the ventilation system listening to this man's voice? That's the only logical explanation, yes. Logical? I do not think this word means what you think it means, her forehead. Okay, what about it isn't logical? It hardly merits saying. Why would Lamoire be in the ventilation? Hiding like a rat? No offense. No offense. You have been listening to our discussion here, yes? Yes, I admit it's had me quite confused since yesterday. Yes, the small window was closed. Why should that mean I could not hear through it? I feared our prosecutor might himself be the interpreter. Let me hear his words. Lamoire, the small window through which you heard the voice, was up high on the ceiling of the room, not low on a wall. Yes, it was up on the ceiling. What? Funny how his damage sprite basically just hearing. Witness, you will clarify the statement to the court. Are you in fact saying that you were up above the ceiling of the room, and that's where you heard the moment of the crime? Yes, in fact I was. I'm sorry, I never imagined this would become such an important point. Yeah, well, why the heck were you up there? I believe it's time for another testimony. I'm not sure I can't. May I remind you this is a murder trial? We will hear your testimony. Tell us why you witnessed the crime from above the ceiling of the room. Please. Well, looks like I'm on the right track. Yes, I was above the ceiling when I heard the voice. I had heard there was a small window in here before. It was in the middle of my performance. I had no time to report what I'd heard. As to why I was there, I cannot say. I am bound to secrecy on this matter. The trick. Bound to secrecy? In my line of work, one has many obligations to uphold. But you say you were in the middle of your performance. So this did happen during the second set. I did not witness a crime, you must understand. I only knew what I heard. That could have been further off the mark. That sounds like the sort of insult. Never mind. Our mission in this court is to discern the truth. No obligation, no binding pact may hinder that mission. And actually, never mind. I just read too fast. Very well. Mr. Justice, you may begin the cross-examination. What are you going to do, Paul? I'm going to find out the truth. She was up above that ceiling for a reason. I just have to get it out of her. Above the ceiling. Okay, I'm officially in dumbass mode.
Objection! Hold it!
Above the ceiling. Could you be more specific? I cannot. Could you ban secrecy? Yes, to tell the truth, I was not supposed to even say I was above the ceiling. I dare not say more. Doesn't it sound like I'll be able to coax out of it just by asking? No. I cannot see the light coming through the window, of course. The event great could trip you up, certainly. From the side of my feet, I definitely would end up stuck. So I was walking very carefully when I heard the gunshots. Gracefully. Hey, you could work. Startled, I crouched and listened. That is when I heard his voice come from the room. You heard his voice.
Hold it!
Exactly who bound you to secrecy? I'm not sure I'm allowed to say who it was. No, I think perhaps that is alright. It is just Nina. It was Valand Grammary. How do you know? Valand Grammary? What? What is Valand Grammary? Who is Valand Grammary? The Grand Magician, the one responsible for the illusion performed during our concert. Interesting reaction, Prosecutor Gavin. Lamoire was bound to secrecy. Gonna take some hard-hitting proof to make her talk. I think I know why she was up there, but how do I prove it? You heard the gunshots during the second set, during your performance. You're quite sure? Yes, why would I lie about the time? Why didn't you tell us this yesterday? Don't ask me. I thought you all knew. I told you Marky was not the killer. I told you this many times. Yes, you did. But you never told us why. I'm sorry. I was not able to speak. Unable or unwilling? I've got a theory as to why too, and maybe you've got the evidence to prove it. Yeah. Okay, so it's this one.
Objection!
9. That statement contradicts my brain cells.
Objection!
The evidence clearly reveals a contradiction in my brain.
Objection!
Nope. Once again, my brain seems to be faulty today. This is a bit surprising since I was more cognizant yesterday.
Objection! Objection!
Nope.
Objection!
Your Honor, mind if I smash you in the head with a soundboard? Ah. Of course, there was a tape. Lamois, truth be told, the reason for your presence above the ceiling is quite clear. Especially when you consider what happened during your performance. What happened? Yes, it's all right here on this video. They look like plastic. That's probably why they started using 3D models in general. And the next one. As we can see, Lamois was clean on stage for her entire performance. Ah! There seems me to be something listed. Lamois is incapable of actually vanishing from her own interpretation. So the only explanation is that she was hidden from view. And during that time, she moved to the back of the forum. But I'm a lawyer. I'm not supposed to be nice. This is all very fascinating, but how is it possible? There's only 20 seconds between when she disappeared and reappears. She couldn't move that fast. Is something wrong, Prosecutor Gavin? This was his concert, his show. He knows how the illusion was performed. Aha! He's just realizing his own oversight. Let's look at the cross-section diagram again. Here we can trace a route through the ceiling. It goes from the stage through the backstage to the rear of the forum. Recall Lamois' testimony from yesterday. I was on my way from the stage to the backstage exit. That was something like a little in there. That's how I saw it. She went from the stage to the backstage exit? A perfect description of its route above the ceiling. Someone knew of this because of her part in the illusion. But she wasn't the only one who knew. What? Just now in the lobby, Marky told me something. I know if I open them, I can leave stage and backstage. Why the fuck did I give him the same accent as Clavi when I gave him a different one yesterday? He said not. Oh, were you not informed, Prosecutor Gavin? I I know about the vanishing act, of course. Yet I had no idea of the route that would be used. Why didn't that magician tell me? Magicians only reveal details of their acts on a need-to-know basis. They're the bread and butter of a magician's life. Which is why he found Lamois secrecy. Well, Lamois, I am impressed, Mr. Attorney. Rocky was right about you.
So, what does this mean? Are you saying you used this route above the ceiling?
I did.
Well, that's that, but I'm still a little confused.
Why is that, Your Honor?
As I said before. "20 seconds, tops. How could she do it so fast? Especially if she stopped to hear the shooter's voice."
That's a good question.
Can the witness explain this to the court?
I cannot.
Very well, Mr. Justice.
Yes?
It's all up to you. Do your thing.
What thing, Your Honor?
You need to explain how Lamois was able to teleport like she did, or I'm throwing your case out with the bathwater.
Why do I get picked on? It's Lamois who isn't going along with the program here. As I've stated before, I'm not at liberty to speak the illusion that night in detail. Why am I constantly changing her voice?
Then you'll just have to tell us what you can. We'll hear your testimony on this. Mr. Justice, it will be your job to wring the truth out of her.
Yes, if you would, please. Right, I feel like a student before finals.
I followed the route exactly as I was instructed. There is an emergency exit in the backstage, where a stagehand waited.
From there, one can enter the forum on the opposite side from the stage. The plan was for me to move there in 2 minutes. I was on my way when I heard the voice.
2 minutes, you say? The mystery deepens.
Suppose there's too much hope that the judge would come up with something.
As is my curiosity.
The big illusion.
Take it away, Mr. Justice.
Right, Your Honor. All I want to do is find the contradiction between what Lamois is saying and what we can see plainly in the video. Well, tell me. Not a chance. I can't reveal another magician's secrets. Hey, you're supposed to be on my side here.
Nope.
This evidence clearly reveals... No, it reveals a contradiction in my brain.
Hold it!
But you arrived behind the forum much too fast to be walking. No truth, Lamois, you rode some kind of vehicle.
What? A vehicle? What vehicle?
Ah, what a novel idea. I like it. Hey, that's not bad guess. Wrong, but not... Haha. Yes. Now I've had a dumb attorney. I don't mind.
You had me going for a while now, Mr. Justice. Too bad. Ready for the next part?
I don't feel like I'm on some kind of quiz show.
And if I know.
Objection!
Nope.
Contradicts my brain cells, more like.
Hold it!
Did everyone on the concert staff know about the trick? Not all, only a few that were needed to help. See, like I said, it's underneath no business. So not many people knew about the trick.
What were these stagehands required to do? That's classified information.
One needed to open an emergency exit. The door to the stairs is locked. Once through there.
Objection! Hold it!
When you came back out, you were behind the audience? Yes, that is how it worked. Not a bad show, if I do say so. That's some around for you.
But on the video, you were only gone for 20 seconds. How is that possible?
That's the part I don't get either.
Hold it!
2 minutes. Running in that cramped out tunnel above the ceiling? Ah, that's true, but...
So you're saying down the night of the concert you made the trip in 2 minutes?
Yes, no, I nearly didn't make it in time. You see, I stopped halfway. Lamwa disappears on the video for 20 seconds, but she said she made the trip in 2 minutes. How? You're my professional opinion? I bet you enjoyed it.
Well, Mr. Justice, perhaps you have some evidence for us? Something that can explain the discrepancy between the video and her testimony?
Evidence explaining the discrepancy.
There is no evidence. Well, there is, and there's the proof.
There's one piece of evidence that explains the discrepancy between video and testimony.
Take that!
Lamwa, do you happen to remember this brooch?
Aha! The brooch! We saw that yesterday, did we not?
It's found under scene, Your Honor. And you're bringing this up now. Why? I thought we had already determined when that was dropped. So did I, but we hadn't. Take another look at the video.
How many times are we going to be shown this video?
Here you can see she's wearing the brooch.
So she is.
Let's look a bit later.
What? The brooch is gone! What?
Yes, the brooch disappeared in a short space of 20 seconds, and it takes a full minute to run from the stage to the backstage. Which means there can be only one explanation. Lamwa we see before the vanished act and Lamwa we see after are two different people.
What?
The brooch was found on the floor and no crime scene. Not just on the floor, but on the floor directly beneath the air vent. Lamwa, tell me, did you drop the brooch on your way from the stage to the backstage at the very moment you witnessed the crime? Yes, I think I did.
Order! Prosecutor Gavin!
From your expression, I gather you have no idea this was the case, Third Judge. I, of course, knew about it.
What?
Don't get me wrong, I wasn't hyped, but it just never occurred to me that the switch and the shooting took place at the same time. So, I was right, there was a switch? There was. Just before the stage's tower rose, Lamwa was replaced.
While we're on the subject, just who was this replacement Lamwa?
Why, the man behind the illusion, Baron Gremlin.
It was Gremlin?
That's quite the illusion, but I still don't get one thing. Yes. The switch happened before the tower rose, correct? So you weren't on the stage. That's right. But this fake Lamwa is still singing. And she's pretty good.
That's true.
Come on, Apollo, that's an easy one. They were just playing a recording.
The Gavin is onto some kind of air guitar band, Fräulein.
Oh, you mean I'm wrong?
When we play a show live, we play live. No recordings. Perhaps you can explain, Lamois?
Very well.
Yes. Do tell, and add it to your testimony.
Objection!
Nope. The evidence I'm gonna bash myself on the head with. Joking.
Hold it!
You were singing?
Yes. Mr. Gavin expressed a dislike for recordings, so I used this.
Wait, so you were singing the whole time?
Even when you were crawling above the ceiling toward this backstage? But if you were singing while you're walking...
Are you sure?
Yeah, it'd be pretty hard of hearing to miss someone singing in the ceiling. Once again, we come back to the stick as seen in the climb.
What state?
Ah, I know what he means. Loudspeaker, Apollo.
The speaker?
That speaker was blaming at the time of the murder. Satisfied? That dressing room was fitted with a large speaker playing a direct feed from the stage. At my request. So Lamois singing in the ceiling sounded just like Lamois singing over the speaker. Ingenious! Her voice was hidden by her voice. Lamois? I just remembered something. Do tell! When I heard noise, the gunshots, yes, it startled me, so I stopped to sing. What? I forgot the words I was supposed to sing. The song stopped. Thankfully, it was the very beginning of the second verse, so not many would know it. Forehead, that mixing board I lent you. Where is it?
The mixing? Ah.
That machine, Apollo.
The one that fakes music in the tracks. Oh, yes, I'd completely forgotten about it.
God, you've seen this as many times as you've seen the bloody blue badger and rise from the ashes. The song does stop now. It does? I must have missed it. Save. Consultation. Huh. Oh. Look at the lyrics here at the top of the second verse. See where it says pleasure, pleasure? Now listen again. This is evidence indeed. I believe we are guilty of making a terrible mistake.
The crime didn't happen during the third set. It happened during the second, during Lamois' ballad.
That is true. Then no one on stage in the second set could have been the shooter.
Which means that Darian Crescent could have done it. He wasn't on stage for the second set. Well, Prosecutor Gavin?
Fascinating.
I don't believe I've ever seen a child turn around quite so far. Yet one problem remains.
What's that, Prosecutor Gavin?
Her forehead's fairy does have a certain kind of logic. Yet it is entirely based upon Lamoire's testimony.
Yes, is there a problem with that?
Well, it's quite simple, though it pains me to say it. What if she is lying to protect her victim? But you have no proof. All I'm saying is that the truth is as yet unclear, until we hear directly from the man himself.
The man? You don't mean...
Yes. Though he is a friend and band member, Darien Crescent must take his life. I see no other way.
As someone with a new perspective on the case?
As a suspect, why did I just give him the Edgeworth voice?
Or the Christoph voice?
Finally, the rat's coming out of his hole. And I'm ready to catch him. Darien Crescent, get ready for justice.
This is because the time is to pause for a brief recess. The prosecution will summon the witness. Have him here and ready by the time we begin.
I'm the last man who needs to be reminded of what his duties are.
Very well, court is adjourned for a 15-minute recess.
Yes. July 10, 1:40 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 2. Apollo, can't believe it. The reason why she was in that air vent, and that switch and the flaming guitar, when you link all together, that's what you end up with. I knew you had what it took. Oh. Ah. Daddy. Mr. Wright, you believed in me?
Not really.
Huh?
I just thought that'd make a cool entrance and say hiya.
Why don't you even bother hoping? Where have you been lately, Daddy? You haven't been coming to the office at all.
Ah, sorry about that, Trucy.
I'm on a secret. Secret? You mean like you're undercover? Like we're still a two, so only shorter and not as well dressed.
Would I do a thing like that? Anyway, I'm off for a while again.
You're leaving? Oh, one thing before I go. What?
Good luck.
Hey! Is that what you came to say?
I think you have things pretty much under control. You'll get Martin to buy off the hook, no doubt.
Yeah, but
you're after that detective, aren't you?
Darien Crescent. It won't be easy proving he did it.
Especially not under the current court system.
The current court system?
What did Prosecutor Gavin say during the trial? Your case is based on one fragile assumption, namely that our diva divine is telling the truth.
But what about the proof? The brooch and the switch?
A piece of jewellery and a lyrical blunder. There are plenty of other ways to explain these things. The flaming guitar too. All because you lack definitive proof of their connection to the case. The sultry songstress is lying. Your case smells like butter in a frying pan. Leaving behind the faintly singed scent of failure.
So what do I do?
Like I said, good luck. And be aware that it will be impossible to prove his guilt by conventional methods. Oh, that reminds me. I have something to give you from our detective friend.
Detective Sky? Emma?
Let's see. This bag of snacks here was meant for me. Ah, here it is.
What are those? They don't look like very good snacking to me.
They were found at the scene. Analysis of the fragments revealed traces of gunpowder.
Gunpowder?
Probably a firecracker or something similar, like the ones kids own to these days. Phoenix, your age is showing. These fragments were found under the sofa at the scene of the crime accident.
Under the sofa? Hey, Apollo, that's where you found that little device thing. Hey, this. Well, finally some evidence that makes sense.
That's all from me, I suppose. See you after the verdict. Maybe.
Hey!
Every man has an igniter inside him.
Excuse me?
Find Darien Crescent's igniter and set it off.
And he walked out the door, just like a magician, normally. I guess we just have to take the advice and hope it makes sense when the time comes. I guess. We're almost at the finish line. Hang in there, Trucy. District Court, courtroom number 3. Again.
Court is now back in session. Prosecutor Gavin, where's Detective Crescent?
In the witness lounge, ready to be called at any time.
Very well.
Might I add, I don't believe in this. Darian was Chris, first detective I ever worked with. We started working together when he moved to Criminal Affairs Division 3. So, you think this was some kind of firecracker? Yeah, one of those things. Did you know that in China they use firecrackers on New Year's to scare off evil? It's kind of the same thing. Really? I had no idea. Well, did you know this? It takes more than 500 peanuts. At least my useless fact had something to do with the evidence. But his guitar playing, it fires my imagination. That's nice, but that has nothing to do with the matter at hand, correct? Oh, I know how to fight.
Very well, call the final witness to stand, Detective Darian Crescent.
Name and occupation, please?
Darian Crescent, Detective, Criminal Affairs, Division 3. That's the International Affairs Department Division, for those of you who don't know. And I'm a guitarist for the Governors. Maybe you've heard of us. Do you fully understand the circumstances under which you stand before us today? Yeah, I understand, Your Honor. What I don't understand is how you let this happen, partner. You gave me your word I wouldn't be standing here.
The situation's changed, Darian. And don't call me partner.
So much for friends.
I see what you're doing, Darian. You're pressing the prosecution. Your Honor, if we could begin the trial.
Yes, it's high time we did. Let's hear your testimony. You may begin with your response to Lamoire's testimony, if in fact you have anything to say about it.
Oh, I got plenty to say. Lying must be a national pastime in Virginia. And wherever you're from, Mr. Justice. Conventional methods are out the window, eh? Here goes nothing.
Neva's lying, plain and simple. She's got nothing to back up her story. In the first place, she never heard my voice. She forgot the words because she heard gunshots, as if. Didn't Detective Emma Sky hear those gunshots during this third set anyway? The shooting took place when I was on stage, man. So you claim Lamoire's testimony was a lie? Hey, don't get me wrong. I dig what she's doing, trying to protect that kid. She's got the coy and vague statements out of her hand just because she's blind.
You go too far, Darian.
Look, all I'm saying is you got a reliable witness. Why not listen to the detective? Detective Sky? I see. Mr. Justice, you may begin the cross-examination.
You didn't waste any time finding our weak spot. Can't do this with Lamoire's testimony alone. I'd find some other way to prove when the shooting took place.
Like I said, more like a contradiction in my brain.
Hold it!
Oh my god, I've got my dad's hairline. You don't have any proof she was blind?
Oh yeah, kid. You're saying I lied.
No, I'm just saying, Apollo, go back in. I couldn't help it, I flinched by reflex. Detective Crescent.
Yeah, what do you mean?
Nothing. Apollo, chin up, back straight, you're wilting.
This guy's hard as nails. He makes walking look downright cooperative.
Look, there's no way the diva remembers my voice. In the first place, she never heard my voice.
Objection!
Nope. It's probably as far as homeless as my brain.
Hold it!
You never talked to her, even though you're playing in the same concert?
No word as far as I can recall.
But weren't there planning sessions or something?
Gavin took care of all that himself.
Darian wasn't involved in the meeting.
As if you can just go around remembering everyone's voice like that anyway. Only an idiot would believe that.
Someone's hearing is very sensitive. You could remember him if she heard him. I'm sure of it. Just can't prove it.
Yeah, my hearing's sensitive. My hearing's sensitive. I don't remember every voice I hear.
I need proof.
She forgot words because she heard gunshots, as if.
Hold it!
You know she missed the words. The mixing board proved it.
Oh yeah, it was a mistake. Blaming it on gunshots is just a lame excuse.
What do you mean?
The mixing board proves what? Proves there was a mistake in the song, a miscue. So, she just flubbed it up big time, that's all. She spins a story about a gunshot to protect the kid and cover for her own goop. I'd have to hand it to her. She wasn't sticking to me at the same time.
Darian, watch what you say. Lamois is an artist. She just flubbed it up. That's no small accusation for a performer of her caliber.
She got you alright. You see it in your eyes. I tell you, most of her stuff is so pretentious it's way over my head.
I'm detecting a rift in the governor's ranks.
Anyway, she's too close to defend him. Her testimony can't be trusted. You ask me, I'd go to Detective Sky's story and drop off the pig.
Hold it!
Actually, I was there too.
So I hear. Which means you heard them too, right? Gunshots.
Yeah, we heard gunshots. Even I know Emma actually saw the shooting, mind you.
Guess you and Lamois got the same excuse then.
You know one thing for certain. There were gunshot-like sounds that emanated from the room during the first set. What we must determine is whether those sounds were actually gunshots.
Firecracker!
So, how do we figure out just what those gunshots during the third set were?
Objection!
Some things were found at the crime scene after yesterday's trial.
What things?
The first was this small device. That's the remote triggered igniter,
Which almost cost the judge his beard?
correct, and one more thing.
What are those? The remains of something burnt? Not another guitar, I hope.
Traces of gunpowder were found on those fragments. We have a report that it was something like a firecracker. Eh? How did Gavin know about this? What, you think Detective Sky works for you? I received the report this morning, before coming here. That's when I made my decision.
What decision is this, Prosecutor Gavin?
I registered Darian as a witness in today's trial. Just in case. This raises another possibility. Those gunshot-like sounds in the third set could have been two firecrackers rigged to go off by remote control.
You got an active imagination, don't you? But you shouldn't say every little thing you think. Your explanation there seems a bit too convenient to me.
How so?
So you're saying these firecrackers just happened to go off right when two witnesses came walking by?
That's right, Darian was out on stage when it happened. I only know someone was...
If a firecracker goes off in the forest and there's no one there to hear, you get my drift? Why go through the trouble, man?
How do I explain this? He may not look it, but Darian is a gifted detective. Shiny weakness, and he's short.
You may not look it, partner. Gee, thanks, man. That reminds me. I happened to pass through that very hallway several times that day myself. I saw something odd there just before the third set. Something odd? A headset, the kind all the band and staff members were wearing. That's right, we picked this up in front of the door to that dressing room. What if that headset wasn't dropped, but placed? And what if it was turned on? You could hear what's going on in that hallway, even if you were out on stage.
Whose side are you on, Gavin?
Listen to me, darling. There are no sides in a court of law. Which is why I now turn to you, Herr Foreman. I have a question for you. Huh? For me? The igniter and the burned fragments that were found at the scene of the crime. Certainly a possibility when you were part of a ruse to fake the situation. Throw the headset from the hallway into the mix and you could fabricate an alibi. But we're still no closer to proving it. Those gunshots might have been real or fake. I can't say. You've raised the possibility that the shots heard during the third set were fake. Now you need to prove the other half of the case. The other half?
Look, I'll just tell him. He wants you to prove the thing went down in the second act, while our little piano player was on stage. Isn't that right, Gavin?
Indeed, if you can't prove that. Then to continue this cross-examination would be pointless.
Well, Mr. Justice, can you prove the crime took place during the second set?
They saved it twice now. Yeah, I think. You better not follow, otherwise we're ruined. Can be proven. You make it sound like someone else is going to come along and do it for you.
Let's continue the cross-examination then, shall we? Witness, your testimony, if you would.
This isn't gonna be easy. You need some decisive proven fast.
You ready, kid? 'Cause I am.
Allegro.
The shooting took place during the second set, if you're so sure to see your proof.
Objection! Objection!
It seems there was clear proof left behind. Right here in Lamoire's song.
Her song? What exactly is this, device thingy? A new variety of gramophone, perhaps?
Come on, just use this. Don't get me started on gramophone.
Gramophone.
This device was used to record the performance part by part.
Part?
You move these cylinders to adjust the volume. Each instrument is adjusted separately, Lamoire's voice included.
Ho ho, but what does this prove?
According to Lamoire's testimony, at the moment of his shooting, she forgot the words to her song. Ah, you intend to examine the recording at that moment, yes? You might even hear those gunshots. Exactly.
Ridiculous. How are you supposed to hear gunshots back in that dressing room on the stage?
Have you forgotten, darling? We were all wearing these headsets.
Oh.
We were all deeply involved in our performance. But Lamoire's headset would have picked up what she heard all the same.
Then let's get to analyzing that recording. Right now.
Your Honor, listen closely to this part. This is a track of Lamoire's vocals. I hate this because you fucking...
I did hear something faintly there, yes. Why, it sounded like a gunshot.
Okay, stay mode off.
What? This has to be some kind of mistake.
I believe a case has been made. Gunshots were heard during the second set, which means Lamoire's testimony was true.
Order? So she was saying the truth about what she heard.
What's the other man speaking, not Mr. Latouche?
Well, what did he say?
Say over, press the switch now. Just after that, there was a gunshot, and then the guitar caught fire. Detective Crescent, you went on stage in the second set. You could have done it.
But why did we only hear one gunshot on the recording? Weren't two bullets fired from this weapon?
Lamoire was moving with an air vent, Your Honor. She must not have been close enough for her mic to catch the first shot. Then, as she passed over the dressing room, the gun fired again, and Mr. Latouche's life was taken. Well, Detective Crescent... once again I remind you, our performance that day.
Your performance?
Seeing the mixing board jogged my memory. You had had two of your forehead.
What is it with today?
Problem after problem. Act 2. My hog won't start, my guitar case. My guitar has been burned to a crisp, and to top it all off, someone's dead. And then there was that performance just now. I thought it strange at the time. How could you miss such a simple cue? I know you, I know how you play. You're better than that.
Yeah, well You what? Prosecutor Gavin, what are you getting at?
I'm talking about the murder weapon. Mr. Latouche's 45 caliber handgun. As we have learned, even the shooter doesn't go unscarred with a revolver. The kickback is enough to dislocate your shoulder, if you're an amateur. Wait, you mean his plane was affected because he hurt himself shooting that revolver?
You're forgetting something. My name's Von Karma.
Yes, Detective Crescent?
I'm a trained police officer, you know. Had firearms training, plenty of it. No amateur.
The standard sidearm issued to police officers is a 38 caliber weapon. A much tamer beast. Also, the murder weapon belonged to the victim, Mr. Latouche, which suggests there was a struggle between killer and victim.
So the killer might not have been holding the revolver correctly when he fired. Is that what you mean?
The thought had occurred to me, yes.
Well, does the witness have anything to say to this? Detective Crescent! What I want to ask is, what Mr. Sleeves rolled up really ready for action has to say. Hey, you attorney.
Me?
Exactly which piece of your evidence is decisive again? You got a little noise on the tape that can be anything. You have an alleged guitar cue missed due to a 45 caliber kickback. I weep for this case, Gavin. I really do. You can line up your little weak pieces of evidence all you want. I didn't shoot the manager. And that's the obvious truth. The witness has a point. The defense's arguments, while persuasive and not decisive, I believe we should hear what the witness has to say in response to the case so far. Your testimony, please, Detective Crescent. Tell us your reasons why you couldn't have done it. Come on, why would I even want to kill that manager? You want a reason? Easy, got a motive, man. This was that diva's first trip to this country, right? How could I possibly know a manager? If I didn't know him, why would I want to kill him? A simple reason indeed. Prosecutor Gavin, is the case that Mr. Latouche had not been to our country before?
According to our records, yes, not even once.
I see, very well. Mr. Justice, you may begin the cross-examination.
Great, no need to find a motive.
Objection!
Your Honor, take a look at this.
What's that? Looks like candy.
It's not. Don't lick it, please. Detective Crescent. Ever seen this?
Looks like a piece of candy.
What is it? What it is evidence. Don't lick it before you try it. Specifically, this is a replica of a cocoon. It was found among the victim's belongings.
A cocoon? Never seen one that color.
It is a variety only found in the Republic of Virginia. Nowhere else.
Alright, but what's this cocoon replica doing in my courtroom? Surely this has nothing to do with motive for killing Mr. Latouche, does it?
It does. Wait, I think it does.
You don't sound so confident, man. A cocoon? Is it one of those silky cocoons? The kind that you can make, well, silk out of?
Not this one. This cocoon makes a powerful curative.
A curative for what?
Apparently, it is most efficacious at treating a disease thought incurable. Efficacious. It is the unique medicine of its kind. However, it is illegal to take one. Healing comes out of Virginia.
Whatever for? It's such a miracle cure, why not share it with the world?
We looked into the matter at some length. Apparently, it isn't difficult at all to manufacture. Yet, if you change the process on slightly, you can easily make a large quantity of something else entirely. A deadly poison.
What?
There was an incident several years ago where some of these got out onto the black market. It caused quite a commotion in the global community. None of the media was kept largely unaware.
Intriguing.
All this has led to a strict ban on the cocoon's export. One rigidly enforced by Interpol, among others.
Interpol?
Right. The victim, Romain Latouche, was an Interpol agent. Detective Crescent used system referring to him as a manager. But that is misleading. Romain Latouche wasn't killed as a manager. He was killed as an undercover agent.
So I was trying to smuggle this gumball into the country? Is that what you're trying to say?
You're saying that could well be motive for murder?
Oh, so I was going to sell it on the black market, make myself a free penny? Ridiculous, totally ridiculous.
And think what you say? Why? This is the only motive I've got. I was up to something, and I'm gonna find out what.
Nope.
Objection!
There we go. Why not choose a less dangerous buyer then? I would.
How clueless are you? Everyone in the market's dangerous. The second they found out I was a cop, I could kiss my keys goodbye.
Why sell to a black market buyer? How about someone like this?
That article, that's about the Chief Justice's.
A deadly poison can be extracted from the cocoon. So can a cure. And not a cure for just any disease. A cure for incuritis. Incuritis? I've heard of that somewhere. You were a victim of the disease this morning. Yep, he did. Aha! Wait, that's the disease the Chief Justice's son has. You're saying our witness is a detective. He would have contact with the Chief Justice. You are saying the Chief Justice would never deal in contraband, not even to save his own son's life? But even if the deal went through, why, it'd be an international scandal. That's Detective Crescent's insurance. Whatever got out, the one with his neck on the line, would be the Chief Justice. Detective Crescent, is this true? First I'm a murderer, now I'm a smuggler. How many crimes are you trying to pin on me anyway? Distasteful as it is to think about it, if the Chief Justice were the buyer, why a seller couldn't hope for a better deal. Very cowardly seller. Done his sleeves over that trick yet. So I made a deal with the Chief Justice. Where's your proof? Well... Oh yeah, and you're forgetting one other important thing. Do tell. Interpolling the only one out there watching this. Virginian Customs barely sleeps, is so worried about cocoons getting out. So informed. Let's continue with the cross-examination.
Objection!
Actually, there is one way. What? One way to get something out of the country, no checks. What is it? You become a prosecutor. A prosecutor? I don't believe it. Believe it, Prosecutor Gavin. What was it that you told me yesterday at your office? It was a beautiful. It was played lovingly for many years. A guitar befitting a woman like Lamoire. How did it appear? Mentioned how much I enjoyed playing it, so she made a present. So this guitar is from Virginia? That it is. We couldn't carry it from the plane. Changes in air pressure and humidity were in the wood. So we vacuum packed it into Lamoire's studio. I used a special shipping service available to me for transporting evidence. He brought it right up to my office. Pristine and untouched. Did I get that right, Prosecutor Gavin? Untouched? Right. The guitar was wrapped in several sheets and vacuum packed in Virginia. The pack was untouched until the day of the concert. Are you saying that the guitar was... With cocoons this small, it would have been very easy. Use your guitar as a mule to smuggle a cocoon out of Virginia. What? This reminds me, Prosecutor Gavin. That guitar had some work done on it recently, right? Work? Good memory, boy. Well, you know how guitars have a round hole. It's called a sound hole. Well, they found something attached to the wood just inside the hole. A broken device of some sort. A broken device? Why am I giving out a British accent? Yes, listen. An igniter? Exactly. Consider this, if you will. What if the igniter wasn't the only thing that was attached inside your guitar? You mean... It means this. Ah! There was a way to get... there was a way to get a cocoon out of the country. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. That was my, Prosecutor Gavin voice. I could use picky Prosecutor Gavin's privileged guitar as a mule. I don't appreciate you taking from my voice. And who better to do that than someone with access? Like a member of the band. Order! 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 So the igniter... It was a safety precaution. A precaution? Ah, careful. At last it all comes together. Every strange thing happened that day. Care to review? Maestro, the gentle sounds of Lamoire's ballads, if you please. First, my keys were stolen, a harmless misdemeanor, which forced me to break the lock of my guitar case. The key was stolen and retrieved a cocoon from the guitar. I see. But things didn't go so well. The smuggler wasn't counting on the guitar being so wrapped. Only a member of the band could get near that case. Unwrapping the guitar would raise too many suspicions. Then the concert began. Right about this time, a very large problem presented itself to the smuggler.
What's that?
Mr. Latouche. Ah, Mr. Latouche, an undercover agent, was onto something. He would have known about the guitar. He'd only have to check their shipping records. So Mr. Latouche tried to examine the guitar himself. The cocoon was confiscated and the gift was built. The only thing left for the smuggler to do was to get rid of the whole lot. The guitar burst into flames and the cocoon was lost. And then Miss Latouche died. With Lamoire there to witness. That's your case.
Brilliant, man. Detective Crescent, gotta know you make call out upon the fly.
For a made-up story, it makes a great deal of sense, darling.
The Republic of Virginia? Sorry, man, but I haven't even been there.
Sure, you haven't.
Let's see you make up a story for that, kid. How'd I hide the cocoon in the first place, huh?
It's not so hard to imagine. You had help, a Virginian accomplice. That's all. That you had an accomplice was clear from the start. The voice Lamoire heard proves it. You made this transmission from backstage, while your co-conspirator was on stage.
But who was it?
This is it, the coup de grace. And for once I know what I'm doing. There's only one person who could have helped them. Lamoire? Not Latouche. Yeah. Ugh. Okay, I'm back. Make up your answer on the fly, as it were, and you'll be harshly penalized. Are you ready, Mr. Justice?
Take that!
This person is the accomplice? Eh? I thought you said the accomplice was Borginian. Actually... Nope.
Take that!
What Lamois was the accomplice? I'd like to commend Prosecutor Gavin on his superb reason. Fuck. You.
Take that!
There is only one person who meets all the requirements of the accomplice, and that person is the defendant, Marky Devine. But Mr. Justice, he's your client. A defense attorney accusing his client. That's a new one. I assure you, no one is more unhappy about this than I. But I'm here to defend him in the murder of Mr. Latouche. I stand by my statement earlier that he is innocent of that particular crime. Indeed, the defendant is Virginian. He does meet the basic requirements to be accomplice. But what if it was, in fact, Lamois? It couldn't have been. Well, you seem sure of yourself. The reason is electronic signals, Humor. Electronic signals? The call on this remote only works for a range of 30 feet. Beyond that, it's useless. Yes, that's true. Now, think back to the testimony. When the shooter made his transmission, Lamois was in the air vent, high above the dressing room where the shooter stood. Let's look at the stage diagram. This is the area that the remote could reach from the air vent. Well, looking at this, it seems that Lamois still could have done the deed. Nope. When the shooter made that transmission, the stage was slightly different than shown here. It was in the middle of the guitar serenade. Part of the stage was raised. Prosecutor Gavin and Lamois standing were in the air. They were on a tower which happens to be 15 feet tall. In other words, the remote couldn't have worked from Lamois' position in the air vent. Well, Detective Crescent, what do you say that? Your Honor. Yes, Detective? Can we see the video where Gavin's guitar burns? Just one more time. Too bad, so sad, Punk. Punk? What exactly were we supposed to see in this video? The problem isn't in what we see, correct, Darwin? Right, and what you hear, we are musicians, after all. Care to explain for us non-musicians? Sure thing, Punk. Let me get your yarn straight first. You're saying I ordered the wee pianist to set off that igniter? Not right now? Yes. Well, in order to do that, you'd have to press a switch. Am I right? Okay. Well, take another listen. Pay attention to the piano. Yeah. That's why you see this video as many times as you see the dancing blue badger in the first Phoenix Wright. And that's the problem. Man, you still don't get it. Yeah. How's he supposed to hit the switch if he's playing? You got Miss Diva, the guitar, the bass, the piano, and the drums. The only one with her hands free was Diva. But according to you, she couldn't have been the accomplice, could she? Your accomplice would have had a hard time helping out. They couldn't even press a switch. The piano plays non-stop. You couldn't press the switch. Well, Mr. Justice, the piano does seem to be playing when the guitar catches fire. Well, it's okay, we all make mistakes sometimes. Apollo, it can't be wrong. Everything makes perfect sense. How could it all... just... strange. What's strange? No. No, it's just something's odd about the performance now. Odd? Mr. Justice, if Marky Tabai didn't press a switch... then he could not be the accomplice you claim he is. But everything points to it. Every fact says he's the accomplice. You got the facts wrong, man. Here are some facts for you. Gavin's guitar's on fire, but the pianist didn't press the switch. In other words, your story's full of holes. Mr. Justice, let's hear your final opinion on this matter now. Was the defendant Marky Tabai the accomplice? The answer will reflect on everything you've said here. Give it some thought. Dude, what the... Wait a second. What was Gavin saying just now? Not much to go on, but it's all I've got. What exactly do you hear that was odd? Have you come up with something, Mr. Justice? I remind you that everything rests on this. Can you prove Marky Tabai press that switch? Huh? Sorry, Leo. Let's hear your final answer. Can you prove that Marky Tabai pressed that switch? I don't know if you call this proof, per se, but I can prove it was possible. Then, as prosecutor, it falls upon me to ask you to show me evidence supporting this. Therefore, you sure about this? Accepted, there's no evidence, man.
basis for my claim is music, Your Honor. Oh, you don't need to do it a third time. I think I know what to suggest. You think Marky could have played that part with one hand? One hand? You only need one hand to press that switch. You could play the piano with the other. What, so you're some kind of piano savant? Actually, no. Then what do you know? You can't play a part like that with one hand. Maybe. I don't know what I'm talking about. So sorry, so sad for you. No, not really. Huh? That was just the easy way to prove it. There's always a hard way. Man, how are you going to prove whether he played it with one hand or two? You can't. I admit it will be rather difficult to prove, but it's highly likely he was playing with one hand. How do you know that? The clue is what Prosecutor Gavin described as sounding odd. What sounded odd? I bet we can tell by listening to a certain part of the song. No, away. Just why was that sounding odd to you? As I'm sure you've realized it yourself. Realized what? I'll demonstrate. Let's listen to the prying question again, shall we? Pay particular attention to the but a fleeting melody part. Alexa, lamp on. Man, how many times do we have to listen to the same thing? You're right, enough of that. Let's listen to another section, shall we? Another section? The guitar bursts in a flame at the end of the second verse. Let's listen to the same spot in the first verse. Pay attention to "Oh, that night in your embrace." Play verse 2 again. No, did you hear that? They feel the same, true, but they're clearly very different. What? Well put, Your Honor. The phrase in verse 2 is quite simple. But the same phrase in verse 1 has high and low notes. You'd have to use two hands to play that for sure. What's that prove?
I would think you'd know that by now. This is why I hate dealing with amateurs, man. So the two verses have different arrangements. Happens all the time. Not this time, darling. There's no point in changing an arrangement if you can't hear it clearly, and that wasn't the point. I had him play specifically so that the piano would stay in the background. That was what I noticed. Why should the same phrase sound slightly different, I asked myself. Ask yourself why Marky changed how he played the piano. And there's only one answer. You need a free hand in order to press a switch. Order! 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 I believe this ties all the facts together. Well, Prosecutor Gavin? Yes, quite. Though, personally, this comes as a terrible disappointment. What? No comeback? I can't believe it. I finally did it. Shut him up. Very well, barring an objection from the prosecution, I will now state the court's opinion on this matter. Good show, Sleeves. No, great show. It's not over. I don't like it when you look so happy. You tell him, Gavin. Tell him I'm so disappointing. Personally, I'm terribly disappointed. In your help, boy. Huh? Me? Yes, don't get me wrong. Your case is solved. The facts all check out. But even now, you have yet to show us a single piece of decisive evidence. Yeah, but the facts... anyone can see us in. Unfortunately, anyone does not include law. I'm afraid your case doesn't cut it. But we're in the dark age of law, so let's not question it. 1,000 facts might point towards the same conclusion, but without decisive evidence it's not proved. That's the rule under our current legal system. I don't believe it. It does not seem as though the defense has any more evidence to present. Oh, I think if he did, we would have seen it a long ways back. It is unfortunate, but at present, this court is unable to acknowledge your accusation. What? What? The truth is staring us all right in the face. Why can't they see it? What's the point of a legal system that protects criminals? I think you just meant a weak spot, no? Kind of thing that a single spark could turn into a wildfire of emotion. With a person further by conventional means, I can't find a weak spot in the sky. Something fatal. So, can I get back to work now or what? I may look like I got a lot of time on my hands, but I got no more time to play pretend this dead weight is ending. Well, Mr. Justice, we've come this far without decisive evidence. This witness won't be coming back to his stand once we let him go. Every man has an igniter. Huh? Didn't you say, the better the guitar, the brighter it burns, Prosecutor Gavin? Ah, yes, good guitars are kept dry. That provides the best sound. Even a small spark could cause irreparable damage. Your planet has an igniter in it too, Detective. I was there from the very beginning. What? Fine time, Justice. If you blow this one, you'll be out of your hands. What? And this igniter is supposed to come burn me up? That's almost poetic then, Mr. Attorney. All the better. I'm rather fond of poetry. I intend to hear this one to the very end. Therefore, you are accusing Mr. Darwin of oppression of two crimes. The murder of Mr. Latouche and the smuggling of a Virginian cocoon. This is your last chance to prove your case. This trial has already run on for far too long. Mr. Justice will be my last warning. The moment this igniter of yours turns out to be a dud, and the moment this cross-examination ends. Understood? Yes, Your Honor. Okay, this is really my last chance. The key that will take apart Darwin Crescent's part is... the defense is prepared to show court evidence. Be my guest. one person who can prove Diane Crescent's guilt is the defendant, Marquis Tabai.
Your client, again?
Marquis Tabai was an accomplice to the cocoon smuggling. Without him, Diane Crescent could not have gotten the cocoon. Furthermore, he can easily prove that the one who tried to smuggle the cocoon is the real criminal in this case.
How so?
It required just one of the very cocoons Mr. Latouche was looking for. In the cooperation of the Republic of Virginia, he could burn a cocoon. The burnt cocoon would leave a particular residue, a residue we would, no doubt, also find inside the burnt-out guitar.
Aha! Very scientific of you!
Thus, if Marquis Tabai acknowledges his agreement with Diane Crescent concerning the attempted smuggling of a Virginian cocoon, the case is solved.
Your Milan passion is remarkable. You really want to get me, don't you? Too bad you'll never be able to.
Why not?
The little key tickler won't acknowledge anything, especially not anything to do with cocoon smuggling.
What's this all about? Taking a cocoon out of the country is death, by Virginian law.
Yeah, see? If our pianist really was a smuggler, then testifying about it would be suicide. Believe me, he's not talking.
But you're wrong, Detective Crescent.
What?
It's the other way round. If Marquis doesn't admit to smuggling here, he's in deep trouble.
Huh? How?
Look, if Marquis admits to smuggling here, then he'll be tried in our courts by our laws. You don't get the death penalty for smuggling in our country.
Huh?
The victim in this case was an undercover Interpol agent. I'm sure that news has already reached Virginia, and they likely broadcast the dealings in court today, including the part about the Virginian cocoon.
Yeah, but...
But if Marquis Tabai doesn't admit to smuggling now, he'll eventually be picked up by the Virginian police. It's not like he's in any danger in our court. We're not going to find him guilty of murder here, not now.
Yeah, but you can't do this. You can't accuse me.
Maybe the law doesn't allow it. Who's going to think you're really innocent after hearing this trial? Same goes for Marquis Tabai.
Huh?
The cocoon smuggling, your entire plan, Marquis Tabai knows everything. There's only one way out of it for him, and that's to acknowledge his own crime. The crime of cocoon smuggling.
Don't worry there. I'll get you out of the country. I'll set you up someplace, a hidden mansion. Real nice. You want a house made of cookies? Or no, a house made of pianos? Come on. Please. Don't talk.
Darian, I considered that my last session with you. We rocked. I'm guessing we can treat that outburst as a confession. Oh, he's laughing again. There's a kind of sick desperation in it now, though.
Well, have you been listening to today's trial?
Yes.
And you'll talk? You tell the court everything?
I didn't want it to turn out this way, but I'm not the kind of lawyer that can overlook a crime. Today's trial was all for your benefit, you know. I see no reason why you should hesitate. I knew, from beginning I knew. Marquis, situation I cannot explain, but money, I need it. Very much money.
Today's trial raises a delicate issue with our legal system. The only thing definite in a court of law is evidence. This is the golden rule, however.
It has become apparent that not all things can be tried by these standards.
Should another case of this sort surface, you may have to consider an alternate system by which to administer justice. Anyway, Mr. Marquis Tabai, I promise you will receive a fair trial by the laws of our country. And with regards to the current charges for murder of Mr. Latouche, this court is prepared to announce a verdict.
I thank you. I only lied, but you see truth. You find truth. That's our job? Very well. This court finds the defendant, Maki Tabai, not guilty. Court is adjourned. Well, he did smuggle a cocoon out of Virginia. I guess there'll be another trial here. All's well that ends well. I owe you both my thanks. Something wrong? I'm sorry, Maki was your partner on stage, friend. Yes, I thought of him as my own son. Even now I do, yet something got a hold of him, something evil, I see that. He must pay for what he's done. Is that not how it should be? I'm so sorry. Do not be sorry. What my suggestion, actually. Will you be able to see again? It's funny, I have always been afraid of the night. Light seems so harsh, so unforgiving. According to the doctor, Lamois lost her sight due to some kind of accident. An accident? As you know, I suffer from amnesia. I feared that if I could see, perhaps it would open my eyes to the truth I had been running from. I was scared. You know what hurt? You know what changed her mind? Hearing your defense in court today. She could feel your gaze, unwavering, always looking straight at the truth. The light returns to my eyes. I think I will take up painting. Painting? I'll paint it to you, I promise. I owe you my thanks too, Apollo. Thanks, Mr. Wright, but for what? You reminded me I need to hurry things along. On my secret mission, that is. Ah, your secret mission. Apollo, Trucy, I hope that we will meet again someday soon. And so, like a ballad, the trial flowed on until it came to the end. Thanks to the trial, Guitar Serenade was a huge hit. Prosecutor Gavin's even more dazzling look now. But there's something I want to say to that guy. Next time you write a ballad, farewell.